Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're all well. Very special welcome to all of you. Another Friday has arrived. Everyone loves Fridays because, of course, Friday is the day before payday for CFX members. For those of you who are here for the very first time, or you're very new and you've just gotten involved in the platform, welcome to you. We are going to pack quite a bit into a fairly short period of time. We've got a lot happening in the world of CFX. There's some very, very exciting stuff happening in the world of trading today, or rather in the CFX universe coming for 2021 with the rollout getting started at the tail end of this year. So anyway, there's a lot to be excited about. And so let's dive into these details for those individuals who are here that don't know anything about CFX, so they also can understand why we're also excited to be participating in this platform. The slide in front of you says success in the global Forex market is only a few mouse clicks away. You've heard me say 100 times before. While that is an absolutely correct statement, there is so much time and energy and money and expertise that's gone into making that a correct statement. That doesn't happen by itself, and it doesn't happen very often. If you have any experience in the global Forex market, you know how complicated that can be. You know how intimidating the global Forex market can be as well. And so to participate in a platform that's so simple that you can run from your smartphone, that's been operating effectively for 17 months, well, that's another accomplishment in its own right. Now, obviously, for those of you who are familiar with the founders of the platform, these very public figures, you know that they're only just getting started. But there is certain benchmarks along the way to success that become rarer and rarer and rarer the further down the road you go. And that's an indication of expertise. It's also an indication of financing. These are not inexpensive platforms to launch and to run. And that's why most of the platforms that many of you get involved in, if you have been involved in various trading platforms in the past, if they last 3 to 6 months, the intention usually was less than honorable. If they last a year, sometimes success of a platform can collapse under its own weight. And that's why financing and the people behind the platform are so critically important. So let's dive into these details. Before we get too far into the slides, though, I've got a short video I want to play for all of you. This year, we are seeing the dream of financial freedom being pushed further and further away from millions of people. Record business closures and massive global layoffs are pushing people's budgets to the breaking point and having a dramatic effect on their quality of life. Many people are being forced to survive on credit, paying today's bills with tomorrow's wages. This is a guaranteed path to financial disaster. Are you currently enjoying the lifestyle that you're working so hard to achieve? In contrast to these statistics, the wealthiest of our populations increase their net worth year after year, and they're able to accelerate their wealth during economic downturns. How is this possible? Financially experienced people put wealth-building principles to work for them, rather than trading their time for a wage. In the following video, we'll introduce you to 2 of these powerful principles and show you how you can get them working for you right away. At CFX, we believe the opportunity to create financial abundance is the right of every person. A better life can begin now. Start your journey with us today. It will be the most empowering change you've ever made. At CFX, we believe it is the right of every person to bring financial abundance into their life. It's one of the lines from that video. And the more that you get to know the founders and the executive team behind this platform, the more that that's going to ring true for you. I want you to consider just for a moment the impact of that statement. It's a life-changing statement. And I know that many of you feel like your lives have been changed by being exposed to this platform. We hear your testimonials all the time. The company receives them all the time. We're certainly happy and grateful to receive them. There's a couple of very significant industries with which CFX has a footprint. The first is the e-learning industry. In fact, e-learning, of course, because of this COVID year and some of the major disruptions that this year has cost billions of people, not millions, not tens or hundreds of millions, but billions of people around the world. I think a year ago, possibly many of you would be challenged to believe that anything like this could indeed be possible. But of course, we're almost a year into living it now. I know that many of you who have been a part of CFX from the very beginning have actually had a banner year, and maybe you're even conflicted by that because there is so much suffering and so much frustration around you, yet this business has surged forward in ways that maybe many wouldn't think of possible if they hadn't lived it for themselves. But this is the power of the global Forex market. So first of all, with e-learning, we've seen tens of millions or more people disrupted, sent home from the office, sent home from school, and e-learning has been their conduit. It's been their connection to coworkers. It's been their connection to teachers and classmates. And of course, I think we're going to see that $325 billion prediction increase significantly before the time we reach the year 2025. But if you take a look at the bottom bullet point in the green box, 40 to 60% less learning time than a classroom environment. For those of you who are parents, for those of you who have had kids that have been sent home and are always being threatened with your kids being sent home again, at least there is probably some solace in the fact that in an environment that they control, i.e. their bedrooms or the kitchen or the living room of your family home, they actually can not only do their work, but potentially even thrive and be very successful doing their work in front of a screen with their classmates and their school teachers. And the same thing applies for business as well. In fact, I think that what we're going to see is this be the trigger point for many industries, downscale office participation, and have thousands and thousands of people in cities around the world continue to work from home. Many people are going to love the fact that they don't have to commute, and they're going to love the fact perhaps they don't have to spend the money they need to going into the office on a daily basis. For me, I love working from home. It's always been that way for me, though, since I closed my retail business many years ago. The other market with which we have a significant footprint in the world is the global Forex market. Now, if you know very little about the global Forex market, it's an abbreviation for foreign exchange market. And this is where currencies are traded against one another. So the US dollar versus the Great British Pound, the euro versus the Swiss franc, etc. And it really is the lifeblood of the global economy. Central banks are involved in the global Forex market. The entire banking ecosystem around the world is involved. Governments are involved. Multinational corporations are involved. In fact, there's more than 190 million. It's a population of a medium-sized country, participate in the global Forex market as part-time hobbyists or enthusiasts. And I want you to consider just for a moment the hundreds or thousands of dollars or even more that the average person, the 100 million, rather 90 million part-time retail traders is how they're referred. Consider adding all of that capital together. It's billions of dollars. That represents about 5% of the money traded on a daily basis in the global Forex market. So the figures you're looking on the screen right now, $5.3 trillion for Forex, which obviously dwarfs other markets, which we're typically fairly familiar with and are very large markets in their own right. This $5.3 trillion is an average, but it's a daily average. Daily. That's an incredible number. So this is the largest, most liquid financial market of the world. It's historically proven to be recession-proof. Now, what I would like is some participation from those of you who are members in CFX for the benefit of the guests or the new members in CFX. If you've been a member since January of 2020, so all through this year, which is a year that we saw the financial markets turned upside down on their heads, the Dow take a beating, the S&P take a beating, the stock market absolutely taking a savaging only to recover and then taking another savaging again. I want you to be a verification or evidence that historically the Forex market has proven to be recession-proof. If you've been participating in CFX from January on, and you have consistently, day after day, seen gains from the activity of this platform, please make a mention of that in the chat for the benefit of new members. On the bottom row, you can see there's flexibility in risk management. There is opportunities to leverage and compound. In fact, in that 90-second video that we just watched, we talked about financially savvy individuals that are freeing themselves, are using financial principles to do that. And two of those financial principles are leveraging and compounding. Very last bullet. This is a 5-day per week market. It's 24 hours a day, but it's only 5 days a week. Weekends are off. So you're going to understand the difference between this and cryptocurrencies and other markets. This is 5 days per week only. So a little bit about the company specifically. The purpose of the platform is simple. The owners developed this platform to be able to offer another legitimate income source for individuals that need the money but have no understanding at all of the global Forex market, hence all the automation that surrounds this platform. So as a fairly intimidating market, but also the largest and most liquid financial market in the world, not only do we have room for the 120,000 people in over 190 countries that are using this platform, but we have rooms for thousands and thousands and thousands more. The positioning is simple. We're using what we call EAs, which is an abbreviation for expert advisor. Most importantly, the thing you need to understand on this slide is that everything we do is fully automated and everything that we do is in-house. Nothing is farmed out to third-party manufacturers. Nothing is purchased white label. If we don't have control over it, we're not participating in it. Okay, so this brings us to a little bit of information about the two founders, which you've heard me sort of hinting towards through the beginning of this presentation, Oscar Lopez, Edwin Abad. Two founders of the platform, both serial entrepreneurs, both incredibly successful individuals, both extremely well financed. And so this, as I mentioned before, is very important when you're launching a platform of this magnitude. And one of the reasons that having financial backing is so critically important, I want you to consider the team that is making CFX function. The size of the team is absolutely massive for a 17-month-old company. There's more than 30 full-time programmers alone that are working on different areas of the CFX platform. There is support staff. There's graphic artist teams. There's teams building out our dedicated academy, which you'll learn about in just a few moments. So a very extensive team, and they have been in place for many months now. So one of the most important secrets in running a successful business, not only is having, of course, a very clear and concise vision, and then the skill set and experience to make that vision a reality, but of course, surrounding yourself with competent and capable people, because you can't do all the work yourself. It's just not possible, especially when your user base is over 100,000 members around the world. So that team, headed up by Ron Pope and Jamie Beck from the Conversion Pros, plays a critical role in CFX success. So the offices, corporate offices, I know that many of you have been waiting for these corporate offices to launch all the way back since April of this year. In fact, it was the hope of the company that that would be the case. And then in May, we would be able to have a large event so all of you could come and tour these finished facilities. Well, of course, the inauguration has not taken place, and we know exactly what to blame for that. When ports and shipping companies have been shut down because of COVID, especially in Central America, where there's been such a tight rein on managing this particular virus to make sure it doesn't get out of hand in countries that may not have the same infrastructure to treat their citizens the way that many Western countries have. They've really managed COVID by simply shutting their countries down, which means, as it probably is no surprise to any of you, the office has not been fully completed. It's very, very close. And once it's done, we're going to have a ribbon cutting ceremony. We'll have dignitaries from the Panamanian government visit and dignitaries from CFX and their surrounding partners as well. And as soon as that's complete, well, this is going to be an open door policy. So as soon as you all feel comfortable traveling again, you want to come to this part of the world, of course, you know you'll always be welcome. Bring your video cameras and your still cameras, meet some of the executives and members of the staff. And this is going to absolutely be a long-term open door policy facility. So trading, obviously this is the lifeblood of the company. This is what keeps all of our members not only getting involved, but engaged in sharing the platform with people that matter to them because of the consistent gains that they've been seeing through trading activity. As I've already mentioned, this is Forex-based exclusively, and all of the EA design, which is expert advisor software, is all being developed and managed in-house. Nothing is farmed out to any other third parties. The reason that that's so important is developing a winning EA is one thing, but keeping that EA a winning EA through a prolonged period of time really requires the individuals that designed it to be constantly monitoring and maintaining. And I can tell you that there are countless hours that are invested in, after the end of every trading day, taking a look at trading activity, what worked particularly well, what was troubling for the EA, making small micro adjustments to continually enhance or maintain long-term performance. Now, at the bottom of the slide, you can see something called Web TV. This is simply a tool that all of you can use from your smartphones. So when you go meet friends for lunch or for coffee, you can let them know about the success that you've been experiencing. You can pop open MetaTrader 4 screen, which is exactly what you're looking at there with the green and yellow candlesticks. This particular trade you can see in the bottom corner is a Euro Australian dollar trade, and you can show live trade activity to your friends. And then, of course, you can go right into the balance section of your back office, and you can show all of the trade history to your friends from as long as you've been participating with the platform. So while the trading activity and the trading expertise really is the lifeblood of CFX, the CFX Academy would be considered the foundation. So this is really what holds the whole platform up, because in any long-term aspirations to build a company and run that company for years and years and years and years, there are certain structures, regulations, laws that must be followed. And one of those is in any platform that has a sharing model attached to it. In other words, if you endorse that platform and you can create an additional income source for yourself because of your endorsement, any money that goes into the rewards plan must come from a real product sale. That's just the law of the land. It's the way it is, probably in the country that you live in. Now, the great news is there's typically no separation between a physical product and a digital product. And this, of course, is a digital product. This is an online university. And you see, when this university is fully completed and released to the public, it's going to be broken down into 3 different series: the Elemental series, the Advanced series, and the Supreme series. And these are going to take you chronologically through the entire Forex marketplace. Now, there's 2 main reasons for this. One of them I've just mentioned: to have a real product with real product sales, and profits from those product sales fund sharing models, so all of you can maximize your gains through participating with CFX. But there's a second reason as well. Ultimately, CFX wants to be a full service Forex platform. And one of the ways that they need to do that is make sure that those individuals that don't want simply to benefit from fully automated trading, but they actually would like to participate in trading activity themselves, or they want to take it all the way to the extreme and they actually want to learn how to trade like a pro themselves, they're going to learn all of those things through the CFX Academy. As you get into the Advanced series and the Supreme series, you're going to learn the real subtleties that make the difference between winning in Forex and winning in Forex consistently. And that difference can really have a significant impact, obviously, on your quality of life and your income level. So that's what the Academy is going to be all about for you. All of the curriculum is completed, and our graphics teams are putting the finishing touches on all of that curriculum. You'll probably expect to see the full Academy release around the same time that the office inauguration happens. Now, the way you access the Academy, the beginning parts of the Academy that are available in your team back office now, and the way you'll access the entire Academy is done through trading packs. In fact, what we refer to this, you can see in front of you right now, are the first 5 steps of a trading pack ladder. So this is a 15-step ladder, with the very first step being a $300 US step. And the next step is a $500 step and a $1,000 step and a $2,000 step, etc., and so forth. Beyond that, on the text that you see on the right-hand side of each one of those trade package icons is 3 lines of text. First line says Academy Pack, second line says Trade Pool Deposit, and third says Leadership Program. So let's define all 3 of those for you so you understand exactly how this system works. First of all, you'll notice that the Academy Pack number is 30% of the value of the trade package icon number. For example, $300 trade package, 30% is Academy Pack 90. So accessing that very first Academy section, when you purchase a $300 trade package with CFX, the first 90 of that dollars goes to accessing the product. The remaining $210, the trade pool deposit, is going exactly where it sounds like. It's going to work for you using the technology that CFX has. Their EAs, their fully automated and proprietary trading software. The last line, the leadership program, you'll notice each of those leadership program numbers are 50% of the value of the trade package value. So, for example, 150 points for a $300 trade package, 500 points for a $1,000 trade package, etc. Now, the goal here is simple. The goal is for you to begin making trading gains and to be able to use profits through your automated trading activity to climb the next step of the ladder. So if you start at $300, to be able to climb to $500 and then climb to $1,000 and so on. Keeping in mind, of course, you can start anywhere you want to start. You could start at $10,000 or $20,000 trade package if you want to. And if you do start in the middle, keep in mind when you make your Academy Pack contribution, for example, a $10,000 trade package, 30%, same numbers hold true, 30% is $3,000. So that is not one access point to the Academy. That's going to be the curriculum for the $10,000 trade package and every single trade package before. So the 7, the 5, the 3,000, 2,000, 1,530. Around $300. So you get all of that trade packet access when you start wherever you choose to start in this trade package ladder. So remember the 3 series of the Academy: the Elemental, the Advanced, and the Professional. There are 5 steps up this ladder for each one of them. The last 5 steps are for the Supreme series. And so $30,000 all the way through to $100,000. Now, most important thing for you to understand, and this is critically important, it is the intention of the owners, the founders of the company, for you to be able to climb your way all the way through the trade package ladder, ultimately reaching a $100,000 trade package. Now, it doesn't matter where you start, whether you start at $300 or someplace higher, that's entirely up to you and based on your comfort level, but ultimately it is the intention of the owners of the company for you to end up at a $100,000 trade pack. All right, so this green screen really brings us to the first half, completion of the first half of this presentation. In the first half, our focus was covering exposure to the platform, who's behind the platform, all of the partners involved in driving this business forward, building the technology, building the back office infrastructure that all of our members use, and what makes all their trading tech so unique and special. The second half of this presentation is focused on sharing the platform with others. Now, it's important that you keep in mind that that is entirely optional. There's nothing wrong with getting involved in CFX initially, kicking the tires as a customer, getting involved, for example, at a $300 trade pack and watching this entire ecosystem function and operate from the inside rather than from the outside. And that's what we would certainly encourage all of you to do. But for those of you who want to squeeze every dollar out of this platform, we're going to show you exactly how to do that right now. I will also tell you that many members get involved in CFX initially with the intention to simply be a customer. But what ends up happening over a relatively short period of time, as they see this platform working for them, they just can't help themselves. They start telling friends and people that matter to them about the results that they're getting. And of course, that inevitably has them benefiting from all of the different aspects of what CFX has to offer. But for a customer perspective, the customer gains that you make are something we refer to as bare capital. So this is participation through any trading platform. It doesn't matter, rather than a trading platform, trading package. It doesn't matter whether it's $300 or $100,000 or anything in between. Your bare capital, you will receive up until a value of 2 times your trade package value. So for example, if you're trading a $300 trade package, you can earn $600 in bare capital. If you're trading a $10,000 trade package, you can earn $20,000 in bare capital. If you refer the platform to at least one other person, that will open you up completely to the world of bull capital, where you can earn an additional 2 times the value of your trade package through all the bonuses that you see listed in that paragraph. So for example, again, a $300 example can have you earning a total of $1,200, 4 times rather than 2 times. A $10,000 trade package could have you earning a total of $40,000 instead of $20,000. And we'll also discuss the rank levels as we wrap up. But most importantly right now, I think it's necessary for us to go through the bull and bear benefits, a total breakdown, so you understand exactly how the system works. So you can see on the screen right now a $1,000 trade package icon. Now at the top of this is bare capital. Bare capital we discussed first because everybody earns it. Everybody benefits from Bear Capital. Now, if you remember, this is 70% of the value of your trade package. So if you're trading a $1,000 trade package, 70% is $700. Now, that is going to accrue. You'll continue to make trading gains Monday to Friday until you reach a total of 2 times the value of the trade package, in this case, $2,000. And below that, you can see bull capital. So that's the remaining 30% that was earmarked specifically for a product sale. So a product sale in this case is a $300 trade package from the $1,000 total, $300 access to the CFX Academy. So of that $300, you'll notice though that 100% of it is distributed to members as bonuses. The company is actually holding none of that $300 back for themselves. We'll explain why and how they can afford to do that in just a couple of minutes. Most importantly though, the Fast Start bonus and unilevel bonus will begin to accrue for you, and you can earn up to an additional $2,000 or 2 times the value of the trade package you're using. So this is a total of $4,000 on a $1,000 trade package. Now, of course, you have the option. You can earn $2,000 as a customer only, or you can earn the $4,000 as a customer and someone who's endorsing the platform. So once either one of those 2 points are reached, you have 3 different options. Option number 1, you can withdraw your gains. You'll pay a withdrawal fee, and the balance is yours. You can put that in your pocket, and you can walk away from the platform, walk away from CFX. Option number 2, because you made money, you're happy with the results, you have the choice to purchase another $1,000 trade package using the gains that you've made. Put some in your pocket, put some into another trade package, and just repeat the whole process over again. Of course, you'll pay a small withdrawal fee when you withdraw. And option number 3, and this is the option that we see most of our members choosing, is to actually withdraw your gains, pay a withdrawal fee, and take the next step up the trade package ladder. So the next step after a $1,000 trade package is $2,000. Why would someone do that? Well, it's very simple. If 70% of the value of your trade package is going to work in the global Forex market for you, instead of trading $700 on a 1K package, you could be trading $1,400 on a 2K package. And obviously, if you're trading $1,400, you're making twice the trading gains as someone trading $700. And this is why you'll see members work very hard and diligently to climb that trade package ladder. Because the more that they climb, the more that they're trading. And the more they're trading, the more they're earning. It's really that simple. Now, on the bottom side, we're going to break down these bonuses in a little more detail for you as well, the Fast Start bonus and the unilevel. But before we do any of that, we need to talk a little bit more about trading. A lot of people ask me, how do these guys never lose in their trading? Every single day I'm receiving a profit. Well, of course they lose. If anyone told you they don't lose in the Forex market, I think that they would probably be smoking something a lot stronger than I've ever tried. So that trading result is based on all the winning trades and all the losing trades being added together. And right off the top of that is going to be a success fee or a trading fee that CFX ultimately takes right off the top. And then all the rest of those gains are dispersed to members. So first of all, that answers the question, how can CFX afford to pay 100% of the product sale, gross sale to us? Well, it's because they're a trading company and they're making their profits through trading activity. First. Second, you'll notice that there is a circle in the center of the screen that says up to 15% per week. This does not say 15% per week. It says up to 15% per week. In other words, this is a cap on your ability to earn in a single week of 15%. Now, if you have any experience in the trading space at all, you know that 15% would be an outstanding trading week. In this particular case, if we reach 15% on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's it. You're not going to make anything on for the balance of the week because we are capped at 15%. Anything over that goes to the company. The other thing that's very important to understand is that all of this trading activity consistently that we've seen since the very start of the company, we've never seen a 15% week yet, but we have come really close. We've seen some 12% weeks and some 11% weeks. So we're starting to see a lot of consistency all through what is normally considered a very, very challenging year in the trading space. Okay, so let's talk a little bit now about the money that goes into 2 bonuses from our product sale. Remember, our product is the online university called the CFX Academy. All right. Remember, 30% of the value of every trade package goes to that product sale. And 100% of that money goes to you in 2 different bonuses. And that's why it says 50% fast start. 2 bonuses. Half of it is broken into a fast start bonus and half into a unilevel bonus. So 50% of 30%, just to make the math a little clearer for you, is 15%, 1-5. In other words, if you added me to the platform and I purchased a $1,000 trade package, 15% of the value of that $1,000 trade package is $150, and you would receive that $150. But here's where the fast start bonus gets really interesting. Not only do you receive that $150, but you have access to it immediately. You can withdraw it and do whatever you want with that money immediately. And in addition to that, when I take any and every step up the trade package ladder, you are going to earn another 15% of the denomination of the amount of money in that step up. For example, if I purchase a $1,000 trade package and I choose to move to a $2,000 trade package, that's a $1,000 increase. You're going to make another 15% from that. If I choose to move from a $15,000 trade package to a $20,000 trade package, that's a $5,000 increase. 15% of that would also be yours, $750. And you'll continue to receive those fast start bonuses every single step that I take up the trade package ladder. So in other words, this is not a one-time bonus. This is a recurring bonus that you're going to get over and over and over and over from every single person that you've referred to the platform. The best part about it, of course, is that there's no monthly credit card fee. There's no auto ship, or there's no management or maintenance fee that's going to come off your credit card every month. Why is that so important? Well, if you could only afford to get involved in CFX at a $300 trade package, so we know you're trading 70% of that, $210. If you're trading $210 and you have a $100 fee to pay at the end of the month, your likelihood of being profitable is pretty slim. The owners of CFX wanted to make sure that every member could be profitable, even if they could only afford initially to start at $300. And that's why you'll never see any auto ship or monthly credit card fee as part of this platform. It's a way to ensure that every member, regardless of where you're from, regardless of how much money you have to work with, you can be successful and you can be positive cash flow by participating in the platform. Very, very smart indeed. Now, the second bonus also is reoccurring, and I'll explain it to you this way. First of all, again, this is the other half of the money that went from the product sale to this bonus. So for example, you sponsor me with a $1,000 trade package and you received 15% as a fast start bonus that went directly to you, but another 15% goes into this bonus that is shared amongst a number of people. So this is a team bonus. Now, you can see levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 are automatically unlocked in this unilevel. Anyone that you personally refer to the platform is considered your level 1. Whether you share this with 1 person, 5 people, 10 people, 25 people, 100 people, it doesn't matter. They're all going to be on your level 1. So your level 2 starts to populate when those people on your level 1 share with anyone in their circle of influence. So that's where your level 2 comes from. People on your level 2 share with their friends. That becomes your level 3, and so on and so forth. So levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 are 10%. So of the 15% of a total trade package price that goes into this bonus, levels 1, 2, 3, 4 are 10% payout levels. Levels 5 and 6 are 20% payout levels. Levels 7 and 8 are 5%, 9 is 5%, and 10 is 5%. Add them all together. 4 times 10%, 2 times 20, 4 times 5 equals 100%. So now you know for every dollar that goes into this bonus, you know exactly where that dollar is being distributed to. You can see all the colored bars across the screen now. Those are realized by reaching certain ranks within the company. And we'll show you exactly how to reach those ranks as we wrap up in just a couple of minutes. But the other thing you'll notice, President's Club, Ambassador, and Global Ambassador have 3 additional numbers at the bottom, and that's part of a global bonus. Now, the reason this global bonus is so important is because the platform itself is so incredibly easy to share that we're seeing a very high level of organic growth. Many of you are seeing growth in your unilevel beyond level 10 already, and it's only been months for you. Some of you are seeing growth beyond level 20. Some of you are even seeing growth into level 30. That global and bonus ensures that you have the capacity to earn from everything, regardless of how deep, regardless of how wide, regardless of any shape this bonus takes. You have the capacity to get an override on all activity. Now, here's where this bonus becomes especially powerful. Any single time a new person joins, you're going to see a contribution to your unilevel earnings. But any single time an existing member in your team takes another step up the trade package ladder, you're going to see an additional contribution. So this also becomes a reoccurring income center for you. And many of you are reporting your unilevel earnings are growing larger and larger and larger every single week that passes. All right, the last bonus for us to discuss. This is called a force matrix, and the numbers you see after the force matrix are simply giving you an indication of the structure of this bonus. 3 by 10, 3 people wide by 10 people, or 10 levels deep. So you can see the difference. In the unilevel, we recall we said if you share this one person, 5, 10, 25, and more, all of them are on your level 1. Have a look at the matrix though. In the structure of this bonus, you can only fit 3 people on your level 1. And likewise, the bonus grows out in multiples of 3. So you can see a full level 2 is 9 people, and a filled up level 3 is 27 people, and a filled up level 4 is 81 people, and so on. Why is this important? Well, everyone contributes to the money that goes into this bonus, and therefore the owners wanted to make sure anyone and everyone had access to profit from this bonus, including customers, people that may never have shared CFX with another soul. They wanted to give them an opportunity to be able to actually have a genealogy and start earning from this bonus. How did they do that? Well, very simply, there's only 3 places on your level 1 for people to go. So imagine you shared this with 10 friends, for example. Only 3 of them can fit on level 1. Now, if those 3 friends quickly share with their 3 friends, your 4th friend cannot even fit on level 2. It's already filled. So they have to drop down to level 3 or level 4, wherever there's room available. Now, the benefit of that is you have friends now stacking down under other friends. And that's one of the greatest advantages to this matrix bonus. So let's talk about how this matrix makes you money. First of all, there's a 20% withdrawal fee. We talked about that in the Bear and Bull benefits page with the $1,000 trade package icon. Remember, 3 options that you had. Each of those included paying a withdrawal fee and then deciding what action you were going to take after that. The withdrawal fee I was referring to is the 20% withdrawal fee that feeds this bonus. 20% withdrawal fee. I know many of you, when you first learned about that, you thought, well, that's a bit steep. And then you realized that in paragraph 2, the company keeps none of that withdrawal fee for themselves. That is meant to be profit centers for the memberships of this platform. So the 20% withdrawal fee is broken down as follows. The bonus that you see in front of you right now, the matrix bonus, takes 50% of the money that comes from those withdrawals. The matching bonus takes another 10% of it, and the remaining 40% goes to leadership rank bonuses that we'll discuss in another couple of minutes. So how does this bonus make you money? Because for most of you, this is going to be your largest profit center. Even though you have free access to climb the trade package ladder and eventually work yourself up to a $100,000 trade package where you have $70,000 being traded in the Forex market, for many of you, that will actually be smaller than the income that's going to be derived from your matrix. And we're hearing many of you report back every single week how fast your matrix earnings are starting to grow. So how does this pay? Very simple. Take a look at the green numbers on the right-hand side. 3, 3, 3, 5, 6, 10, 30, 20, 10, 10. Those are all percentages. Add them together, 100%. Again, you know where every dollar goes that's paid into this bonus. Okay, so let's give you an example so these numbers can become crystal clear. Let's say that somebody on your level 7 makes a $1,000 withdrawal. Now, that withdrawal could come from trading gains, or it could come from trading gains plus fast start bonuses plus unilevel bonuses. All right, so they make $1,000 withdrawal. A 20% fee is $200, And half of that, 50% goes to the matrix bonus. So half of $200 is $100. So a $1,000 withdrawal means $100 contributed to the forced matrix. Now, you can see that on level 7, the green number to the right-hand side is a 30%. What's 30% of $100? It's $30. You'd make $30 from that person doing a withdrawal. Where does the other $70 go? Well, it goes to the other 9 levels. Very simple. Now, here's the best part. As your team members that are showing up inside your matrix continue to have more and more success, whether it's just as a customer on the trading side or whether it's through earning bonuses as well, you'll notice the size of their withdrawals over time gets larger and larger and larger. And so that means that your share or your bonus in the matrix is also going to grow accordingly. So many of you are going to see bonuses coming from your matrix that get exceedingly large over time. Okay, so forced matrix match. Now, this is a 10% matching bonus from every single person that you've personally referred into the platform. If you've personally referred 10 friends, for example, you're going to get a 10% match of their matrix earnings, regardless of their matrix earnings. If someone's making $4,000 in the matrix, you'll get a $400 bonus, 10%. If someone's making $800, you'll get an $80 bonus, 10%. If you take a look on the right-hand side of the screen, all the colored bars show you how you access up to the full 10 levels of the matrix. So for example, starting at $300 or $500, you'll access levels 1, 2, 3. Well, when you upgrade your trade package to $1,000 and you start getting larger trading benefits, you're also unlocking level 4 of the matrix and getting more bonuses from the matrix as well. And as you climb that trade package ladder all the way up to $30,000, which is obviously not the highest package, but it's all that is required to access the entire matrix. Now, why is this not being done through the same ranks that were in the unilevel, hitting executive and hitting manager and hitting director? Simply because, again, this is a bonus for all members. If you're not referring anyone to the platform, you can't reach executive, you can't reach manager. But there are members that are customers only that are still making a very healthy matrix income. And they also need a path to access the entire 10 levels of the matrix. And so customers simply climb the trade package ladder to gain more and more benefit from the team that's growing underneath them that somebody else placed there. Okay, very last thing for us to discuss is the leadership program page. Now, you can see executive with the blue sapphire in the pin. Remember, that unlocks levels 5 and 6. Those were the 2 blue levels in the unilevel bonus. That's the number 1 benefit in hitting ranks, is you're unlocking more and more and more of that unilevel bonus until you get into that global bonus where you're getting paid on infinity, all levels and size of growth. So how does one reach executive? Well, first of all, take a look at the bullet points underneath. 500 PVP, personal volume points. Now, remember the leadership details that we broke down on the trade package ladder. 2 to 1 point to dollar ratio. So 500 points means a $1,000 trade package. To be an executive, you need to be trading a $1,000 trade package. You need to be referring at least 3 friends to the platform, and each one of those friends that you personally refer starts a new team of growth for you. Team 1, Team 2, Team 3. Now you can refer as many as you want, but a minimum of 3 to be an executive. And through that team growth, a total of 25,000 in group volume is required in a 30-day rolling calendar. 30-day rolling calendar, very simply. Day 1 through 30, all those points will accrue. Day 31, new points will accrue. The points on day 1 will drop off. Day 32, new points from day 32 will accrue. The old points from day 2 will drop off. That's your 30-day rolling calendar. And 15,000 of the 25,000 points can come as a maximum from 1 line of lineage or 1 team. That's it. That gets you to executive. That opens up the 2 biggest levels of the unilevel bonus for you, 20% level 5, 20% level 6. Now, to reach manager, what do? Very simply, you help 2 people become executive. That's it. You assist others in reaching their goals, and you will be pulled towards your next goal. How do I reach director? I help 2 people become manager. How do I reach president? I help 3 people become director. That's it. That's going to pull you all the way through the leadership program. So let's talk a little bit about some of the prizes that you receive when doing so. First of all, hitting executive, in addition to unlocking levels 5 and 6 in the unilevel, also gives you a $900 paper-thin iPad Air. This is the pad with the folding keyboard. If you don't need or don't want an iPad, of course, you can take 75% of the value of this in BTC as well. Hitting manager is a significant bonus, to say the least, a $10,000 bonus. These are his or her day date stainless Rolex, $10,000 in value, or of course you can take $7,500 in BTC is an equivalent if you don't need or want a Rolex or already have one perhaps. Travel for two, 5-star travel for two anywhere in the world, $15,000 worth. And then you reach President's Club. Now remember, President's Club is significant because this is where you start to access the global bonus. So President's Club, $100,000 towards anything Porsche manufacturers. And of course, when you reach Ambassador, and we have a couple that just reached Ambassador, a couple that are very close to most of you members, I have it on good authority that they will be putting one of these cars on the road. So you can take $200,000 towards anything Ferrari manufacturers, or of course you can take 75%, which would be $150,000 in BTC. And then lastly, but not least, Global Ambassador, $500,000 towards anything Lamborghini manufacturers, or 75% of the value in BTC. So what's great about all of these is that we're only 17 months in and we have members hitting all of these bonuses with the exception of Global Ambassadors so far. That should be music to your ears if you're new to this, because what it tells you is that these bonuses were designed to be achieved. It doesn't matter whether it takes you 12 months, 24, 36 months or more, these bonuses will be sitting waiting for you when you have the volume to get yourself there. All right, with that, I want to first of all thank all of you for participating. Everyone who made note in the chat for the benefit of guests, greatly appreciated. Monica, thanks very much for letting people in the room. Really makes life easy. And also, remember it's a holiday season now. December just hit. For us here in Canada, it is the month. I can't remember the official title, but it's Food Bank Drive Month. So for those of you members who have been absolutely killing it in CFX, don't forget to give back. Contribute to local food banks and other charities that support people around your communities in the holiday season would be certainly appreciated. For those of you who are guests, what would be, I think, a very big advantage for you is to let your friends know that asked you to attend this presentation, whether you see yourself as a customer, someone who's simply benefiting from fully automated trade technology, or even though you don't have all the answers yet, you know that you're going to want to endorse this platform to others and squeeze every dollar out of that rewards plan as well. Just let your friends know which one of those scenarios is best for you, and they'll help you get started right. And thanks everyone for your participation here. Greatly appreciate it. It was great to see you all. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon.
The call that we were on last night really actually opened my eyes to where this company is going, and the passion and the drive that we have with this whole thing. I'm telling you, it is, what is coming is phenomenal. What these guys have put together. You know, I've been in many different network marketing companies and all those type of things, and never ever have I felt as fulfilled as I am now. It's just, it's not just because I'm climbing in the ranks here. You know, when you start with this and you really look into it and put everything else out your mind and look at what you have, look at where the company is going, look at what you are earning, what you would earn on a fixed deposit or on a policy or anything like that. I've been selling policies for 20 years. And the thing is, if you look at the returns on this, yes, people say it's high risk, but what is high risk? What is low risk? Guys, you know, as you know, the way things are going in the world today, I've got friends that are working overseas, and they just get a notice and say, listen, you got a week and you must finish up. What do? You understand? This is basically just securing your future. And if you look at the checks and balances that Oscar and them are putting in place, This is going to be a long-term thing. And, it's not a case of yeah, today, gone tomorrow. With somebody that's put so much effort, so much capital, so much developed software that is put into this company, this is long-term. And guys, what he said last night with the copy trade, which Dion will cover now, it's going to be mind-blowing. You're going to basically be earning more than 5-6 times what you're earning now. Because you must remember, the copy trade, you've got your own EverFX account. Now remember, they pay you a percentage of what you're getting, but there you'll be getting the full trade value. And that's what's going to be a game changer. Thanks, Dion.
So very briefly, they're putting a mentor program in place where any new person that has sponsored 3 people will get a little banner on his name that says he's a mentor. That is to recognize and reward you with a label to say you are a mentor. So people seeing you, they can see that you're the one to talk to. $100,000 package used to only be able to buy another $100,000. You now have the ability to, once you've got $100,000, buy a 50K pack or a 70K pack, or for that matter, a 100K pack. It all depends on what you want to do. So if you do buy a 50K pack, you put 50 more K into your pocket. So you're not spending 50K to buy 100,000, you put 50K into your pocket. Crypto is an evolving industry. The major banking disruption will happen. Crypto is going to disrupt banking. Banks will have to evolve. Negative press and blogs, he's covered this extensively. There's a lot of negative press and blogs against CashFX. He says that don't let that phase you. They will make sure that they're legal and compliant, and they will continue to monitor the press and all sources to take action when necessary. CFX Forex Trading pre-launch. This is what Rob has just said. Once we get to the point where there's going to be 100 people that will be given a pre-launch beta membership, and that'll be approved through EverFX and whatever. And once you got this, guys, like Rob said, I think he's covered most of it, we will make serious money. And if you already got an EverFX account, you can send the EverFX account email address to admin and they will consider you. The monthly trading and celebration Zoom meeting will come soon. So every month there'll be training and celebration, giving people recognition online for what they've achieved, the highlights of the month, celebrating member success, CFX marketing, 3x3 training, because that is something that I'd like to really get taped into my team, and the guest leader trader. And almost ready with the payment process, final security testing, then the payments will go through Speedy. And then commission payouts have always been within the company's promises timeline, and you must take notice that they have now changed it even to red, that it might take up to a week to come out because they are protecting our funds. They don't pay us out willy-nilly. If you ask for a payment and the Bitcoin is going down, they won't pay you out. They will wait until their trading team and their specialists in the Bitcoin scene will actually see that we are now at a low point, then they will pay out. They did that with me last week. I went from Sunday to Saturday. But Saturday, when they paid me, immediately my value of my Bitcoin, because everything was going up again, shot up by $600 in one afternoon. I was actually able to have 4 people with me that morning. That afternoon. 4 people came here and they paid me in cash 4 $300 packs. I was able to put 2 of them in with just my profit of the growth of the Bitcoin. And then over $210 million in commission has already been paid out. And there's over 1,000 members joining every single day. CFX, I can easily say and concur with that statement, is changing the world at the moment. I know it's 120,000 people, but that is going to change life for a lot of people out there. That's my story, guys. Thanks for being on this call. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your attendance. Have a good evening. All the best.